Today we're going to be talking about a type of clutter that I would consider to be the most dangerous type of clutter. And the sad reality is that probably 90% of us have this type of clutter in our homes today. So we're all guilty of holding on to things in the off chance that if some hypothetical scenario plays out just right, we're going to need that item. We call these items just in case items, or in my house, we call them what if items. What if this happens, I'll need that. We don't even realize, because we're so wrapped up in this idea, that we've actually created this scenario in our minds to begin with. It's not real. It hasn't happened. And we're doing it most likely to provide us with an excuse to not face the uncomfortable feelings that come along with decluttering things from your life. You see, the hypothetical scenarios that we create rarely happen. And yet here we are still holding on to these items as if they will. The minimalists discuss this type of clutter as well. They go as far as to say that just in case, those 3 words are actually the most dangerous 3 words in the English dictionary, because it convinces us to stockpile our junk as if it's essential. The reason I think this approach is so dangerous, though, is because it's approaching keeping things, not because they bring you joy or because they're essential to your life, but because you're scared of not having that. And that's a fear-based approach. That's an anxiety-driven response. And that type of worry is not productive. In fact, it's creating a mindset of a lack, not of abundance. When you approach a situation through abundance, it makes it easier to freely let go of something, because I know that if it happens to play out the way that I've created, and that I do in fact need that item, I will be able to find that item. So when the minimalists refer to this type of clutter, they actually refer to the 20-20 rule that they created. The premise of that rule states that if you actually end up needing a just in case item that you let go of, you can find a replacement for it for less than $20 in less than 20 minutes from your current location. I 100% believe that to be true, because in all of the 6 years that I've decluttered all sorts of just in case items, I have not once needed that item again. So that's one dangerous part of that concept, the fear-based mentality that it creates. Secondly, it's scary because you actually start convincing yourself that these items are actually essential to your life. If you ask any hoarder, and I know a few personally in my life, why they keep the things they do, many of which are just in case items, it's always because, oh, I might need them, or they're essential. You see, they've already convinced themselves that it's essential to their lives. And it's hard to pull away from that. It's hard to reverse your thinking. And then lastly, to quote the minimalists again, they say, the key to letting go then is to be honest about the trinkets we're clinging to just in case we might need them, and the goods we acquire just for when we will need them. If we do this properly, our excess begins to look a lot like junk, and it's easier to unload. I love this because it highlights the importance of being able to distinguish between what you actually will use versus something you're holding on to just in case you will need it. As far as decluttering goes, I'm actually letting go of a dress that I do in fact really love, but it just doesn't look polished anymore, so not something that I want to keep. Another tank top, I told y'all, it's a problem. And then 2 pairs of leggings that I normally would wear to the gym. And then lastly, a pair of earrings. Please join me tomorrow for day 6 of our minimalist challenge. And until then, don't forget, always keep it simple. Bye guys.